They can break the law, they can steal, they can kill, and if you object, you're against the Jews. And I'm being silenced because I'm speaking out against injustice. I'm being silenced because I speak against criminality. Because I'm speaking out against war crimes. I am anti-Jew. Look at this.
What is that?
I'm being silenced. I'm being silenced.
Hypocrisy, that is a human problem. We are all hypocrites. Who cares about anybody? Nobody cares about anybody. Nobody does.
Peace on Palestine. What do you think is going on?
Well, I don't really care. It's got nothing to do with this country. The more they kill each other, the better. That's what I say.
Okay.
It's a good bit into trash.
Muslims, Christians, Jews, they all live together. Take the example of Toledo. Toledo was a place where they translated many of the books, and these were then passed on to European countries. At that time, Europe was in the Dark Ages. So this knowledge was transferred from Asia, from the Middle East, onto Europe, and
I don't think
that is...
You're not answering the question.
No, I'm telling you that this, at that time, the reason it thrived is because there was harmony between the different religions.
For you're telling me today, you say, oh, look at what is happening, look at what is happening. Is that really what is happening? Let's go to what happened. What happened on the 7th of October? The world has forgotten the 7th of October. Listen, let's be for both sides. Let's be fair. Let's be fair. Don't just get up and say, well, you know, look at what's happening in Palestine.
The British people stop to talk.
What is happening right now? What happened? We've forgotten. Everybody's forgotten. You go out there shouting, free Palestine, so that Jews should die. Listen, they both need to live. I agree. Palestinians are human beings. Jews are human beings. But there needs to be a proper solution.
This religion is a racist religion because it says that there's one law for Jews and another law for Palestinians. And they say they follow Jesus. Jesus was the Prince of Peace.
That's right.
Jesus taught, his message was inclusive. He said, whosoever, let them come and drink of the water of life. Was completely inclusive. Jesus did not make any special condition for Jews. He was a Jew. He said the salvation was of the Jews. But what he meant was the teaching that he was basing his teaching on was that of Moses. That's what I was saying now. But when I mentioned that it was unjust what was happening to the Palestinians, he made me stand down off the ladder.
That's right.
When I said it's injustice and it's war crimes, he said I'm against the Jews. So all I did was I said that 4,000 children have been killed.
Lloyd George is a Christian Zionist. He's a Welshman, like partly I'm a Welshman. And over there, in the early 20th century, there were very much Protestants in a really intense way. And that also meant Zionistic. And Britain in 1916 is embroiled in the First World War. We've not got a quick victory. We're stuck in the trenches. We can't find a way through. We want to get the United States into the war.
Just very sad to see the situation in Palestine, which is not right, because in Ukraine you have people supporting the people in Ukraine, the civilians being killed, a lot of damage being done there, war crimes being carried on. But when it comes to Palestine, you have nearly 4,000 children who have been killed there, over 2,000 women who have been killed there, thousands of their houses which have been destroyed, their livelihoods have been destroyed, and yet nobody is trying to get a ceasefire there.
To what degree do you think the issues are religious? Are they religious or political?
Yeah, there are both of these issues, religious and political. But even if they are religious, it's up to the people. We have to respect each other as human beings. As far as political they are concerned, nowadays there's so much media, and even the ordinary people can see. So now what's happening in these demonstrations, like in the Western world, in other places of the world, where more and more people are coming out in favor of the Palestinians, because the people see and the people hear and the people have seen that it is not justice to kill so many people. What for? They were not responsible for the massacre. Okay, killing of Israeli children, it is not right because they were children. Okay, women, not right. But what about the Palestinian children? What about the Palestinian women? It is not right. So these things people take into account, and politically, that's how they decide. Countries, they can come out.
What do you think stands in the way of Jewish people and Muslim people, or Palestinians and Jews, living in harmony together? What stands in the way of that?
Well, as far as I know, the Jewish people, especially in Spain, the Muslims and the Jewish people were on the same side. Okay, and during the Spanish Inquisition, both of these Muslims and Jews had to come out of Spain or become Christians and stay there. Okay, here they have a division, but even then, there are great Jewish people who we might know as the Orthodox Jewish people. Even they are going on demonstrations in favor of the Palestinians because the situation they see. So they see humanity. So, there are the Zionists and there are the real Jews, the Orthodox Jews. Okay, even they are coming out on demonstrations. Okay, with these Palestinians, with these other people, and in this demonstration in favor of the Palestinians, it's not only Muslims, it's not only the Orthodox Christians, it's the atheists coming out, it's the Christians coming out. Why? Because it's humanity. When they see humanity, they cannot bear children being killed, unborn babies being killed, mothers to be being killed. It's not right. Okay? Thank you very much.
Show your face! Show your face!
Why these Muslims don't go to Palestine, help their own brother Muslims?
Show your face!
Muslim brothers. We are here to stay. Palestine will be free.
What's your view about what's going on?
Well, it's disaster. So many people dying in Palestine, and the international community is doing nothing to sort out this mess is happening in Gaza. And we hope the peace will come to this region and two-state solution. We need a two-state solution. The international community has to think about to give land to Palestine and land to Israel, and two-state solution, and sort out all this mess is happening now in this land.
What's the likelihood, in your opinion, of that happening, given the historical background?
All I see is more killings, children dying, and Israel is attacking Palestinians, hospitals. They're attacking everything. Anything they see in the ground is all disaster. If you see in the news everywhere, Palestine, I see so many hospitals have been bombed, the children dying. 9,000 plus 3,000 children has been died in Palestine, and nothing has been done to sort out this mess. Because the West, the West is still supporting Israel.
Okay, the West is supporting Israel, but it doesn't seem that many Arab states are doing anything either, like Egypt and
Because they're sending him the Rafah border control has been bombed by Israel. So many people, so many ambulances, the humanitarians, they're going to Gaza, has been bombed, and so many ambulances, the new ambulance went inside Gaza, has been bombed by Israel. How all these ambulances, the food, everything goes to the Palestinian people? Everything has been bombed. So So this is another disaster. So something has to be done.
There are many, many Palestinians that I have heard give testimony. I know.
Have a word?
Sorry?
Can I have a word?
Yeah, I was just. Yeah,
Sorry,
what's the word?
Yeah, tell me. What do you think about what's happening?
In where?
Well, the obvious.
In where?
In Palestine, Israel.
Oh, the war.
Yeah.
Oh.
What do you think about it?
It goes back, dating from old 123 years ago, when Herzl invented the idea of Zionism.
What about the Messiah?
No, you're mixing all the subjects.
No, it's one thing. He didn't believe in Messiah. He said it's too long. We got enough prosecuted throughout the Holocaust, especially, and throughout the years. So he didn't believe in Messiah. He doesn't believe in.
What's your view of that, of this Zionist dynamic? What's your view of it?
About the land of Israel, if it belongs to the Jews,
whatever.
That's a subject I would like to discuss if you have some time.
It generally was given to Abraham, the prophet, for the Jews. It was given for the Jews, but we were exiled from the land a few thousand years ago, and the problem now is that the Jews decided to take it without any higher
power,
authority,
yes,
like higher than humans, should be able to
and
tell us how.
So are you
how
someone who
to
believes that Israel should only exist when the second coming? Is that right? Is that what you say?
When Messiah comes?
Yeah, when the Messiah comes, correct.
And you're opposed to the state of Israel.
What, sir?
So are you opposed to the state of Israel?
We can't do anything about it, but it's not. It says in the Talmud that Messiah won't come until the state. It doesn't say clearly the state of Israel. It says, what's the words of it? It says, Ad shetichla malchus hazilem Yisrael. It's in Aramaic or somewhere. It says till it will finish. They already saw they saw what's going to happen. They knew the few thousand years ago when they wrote the Talmud, they knew that this is going to happen. They knew that it's going to be a state of Israel. The Jews are going to take it. But they said that Messiah won't come till this state.
The Jews will be given
till it finishes this state. Tichla means it finishes.
Okay, thanks
and
very
Messiah will take and rebuild the third temple, and then there will be peace. He will tell us how to what should the Palestine, what should be with the Palestinians.
He's going to be like Solomon. He's going to be powerful like Solomon.
But I condemn the killings of civilians. I condemn it. I don't support it.
Well, it's clear what's happening. There's a genocide happening. Not only have they stolen their lands and have been brutally killing them, men, women, children, indiscriminately, and it just the Western world just shows the Western world that they are not morally consistent. They're strategically consistent, and it just shows the double standards and the hypocrisy of the Western world. What's transpiring in Gaza just clearly shows you that when it's Russia, it's bad, but when it's Israel, they have a right to defend themselves. And the matter at hand is very simple. There have been 9,000 to 10,000 people massacred. Half of them are kids. So the fact that people are justifying it, you've got some rabbis coming out and using verses of the Old Testament and talking about the Amalekites. Even Benjamin Netanyahu, the evil Satan, is even quoting Amalekites. In a nutshell, the story of Amalekites is that God Almighty ordered Moses to go to the Amalekites and kill men, women, children, babies, and even donkeys. So the fact that they are using biblical scriptures to justify their massacre and the genocide that's happening in Gaza, and you know what? Let me tell you something. At the end of the day, the whole world is going to witness, and it's going to go down in history what Israel was. And I'll be honest with you, I hope their end comes soon. Whose end? The Zionist government, not the Jews. I want the Jews to live in Palestine how they did for centuries, with the Muslims and the Christians in peace. I have no problem with the Jews. I have a massive problem with the Zionists. And I hope that that government comes to an end and that they live under Palestine, the Jews and the Muslims and the Christians, like they did hundreds of years ago.